affairs and operations of the exchange. The interim administrator will fill this role until the conclusion of the recruitment and assumption of duty of the substantive Director General and CEO of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. By the very nature of the interim role, he will be ineligible to compete or vie for the position of the Director General of the Exchange. For the interim administrator position, the Commission has appointed Mr. Emmanuel Ikazabo, and I believe that's why our compere for this discussion did say that he would prefer that I make the introduction, and Mr. Emmanuel Ikazabo is sitting beside me. Mr. Ikazabo brings, oh, I'll let you clap. Somebody was trying to clap. Because I do think he's somebody that needs to be applauded because he comes with a wealth of experience to this position, and by the very nature of his prior experience, is particularly suited to address the governance concerns and allegations of mismanagement. The wealth of knowledge and experience he brings to the post will enable him to manage the affairs of the exchange until the assumption of the substantive Director General and Chief Executive Officer. Indeed, in addition to addressing some of the issues that have been raised, what we expect is that he will lead the management team of the exchange to ensure that the transformation agenda, which the team embarked on starting in 2008, is accelerated and concluded, including issues like ensuring that we have a world-class trading platform, or we move towards having a world-class trading platform. Mr. Kazaba holds a Master's in Business Administration from Manchester University Business School. He also has a Client Service Management degree from the Northwestern University, Chicago, USA. He's a fellow of the Chartered Association of Certified Accountants. He has over 25 years of experience in public accounting and financial management, and several years of work experience in project management. He's currently the Chairman and CEO for Hendon Mark Management Services, a company involved in management consulting. Prior to this, he served as the Chairman and CEO of Williams Deloitte for the whole of West and Central Africa, and managed a number of audits for public interest institutions within this country and outside of this country. The SEC has a great sense of responsibility, and our primary concern is the integrity of the market and the protection of the interests of investors. We firmly believe that the actions we're taking will lead to long-term improvements in the state and activities of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, thereby safeguarding the interests of the investors, which is our primary mandate as the apex regulator of these markets. These directives reinforce the integrity of our markets and demonstrate commitment to accountability, particularly given the importance of ensuring adequate oversight at all times. Consequently, the SEC will be launching an immediate investigation into the exchange and staff to examine the alleged corporate governance lapses and the allegations of financial irregularity. The allegations, this has become necessary, first because we want to make sure that we're able to determine the veracity of the allegations, particularly because the exchange has not, as of today, as a statutory required, submitted its audited financial statements for the year 2009. A formal investigation will therefore shed more light on this situation. The allegations regarding the leadership and membership of the Council of the Exchange, in our opinion, are very grave. And that is the reason why the SEC has decided to take the step in exercising its powers under the Investment and Securities Act and other applicable regulations. The reputation and the integrity of the exchange is of critical importance to the Commission. We therefore want that all allegations, and we want to examine fully and independently all allegations. We expect certainly that these investigations will be concluded as quickly as possible, but that we will handle them in an extremely thorough manner. I do want to also just say that, and I want to, as quickly as I can, have Mr. Yaro talk about the markets, because I do think it's important that we communicate, at least from the perspective of the Securities and Exchange Commission, the importance of these markets to our economy. And I do believe that you yourselves as journalists are extremely committed to our markets. What I've been told often by some of you is that our capital markets are the engine of growth for the economy. If we're trying to diversify our economy from its dependence on oil and gas, even after 50 years since independence, the vehicle has to be the capital market. What my colleagues and I at the SEC over the last 7 months have been trying to do as apex regulator is make sure that we lay the foundation for a world-class capital market. And for us, the foundation of a world-class capital market is one that is efficient, one that is fair, one that is transparent, one that all investors feel that their investments are protected, one where the market has the highest integrity. And I can assure you that the building blocks that we're putting in place today, given lessons that ourselves, the exchange, the operators have learned from the financial crisis globally and the experience that we had in our own country, I can assure you that those building blocks will make sure that these markets are the first port of call for a local investor and the first port of call for an international investor. I have no doubt, given the work that I see that we're doing, given the transformation agenda of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, given the interaction that I personally had over the last 7 months with various operators in this market, I'm very glad that the president of the Chamberlain Stockbrokers and the chairman of the Association of Owners of Stockbrokers is here today, first to talk about the day, but also to talk more generally about the role of these markets, of our markets, in transforming our economy and ensuring that we have, that we truly join the government in ensuring that our country can realize its economic potential. I do want to say talk about two things. I understand that there was over the last hour or two that there was some report on one of the televisions around about the trading engine of the exchange. So I do think it's probably something that's of concern to you today, and I'd like to say a few words up front about that. First, we at the SEC have been aware of the challenges that the trading platform of the exchange has had. Indeed, in our inspection last year, it was one of the observations that we made. We had asked in March that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission do a peer review of our capital market, and that's one of the issues that they raised as something that we have to do something about. What I've been told is that today, that at some point during the trading day, that there was an issue with the trading platform. What I'm excited about, from what the brokers have shared with me, is that today it was resolved much faster than it's ever been done before. Part of it is because of the determination of the leadership of the exchange, but also we have a technology team that has come in with the interim administrator to make sure that the trading platform, which for me is really the bedrock of the trading on exchange, is at a level that is world-class. What I hope is that the lessons that we learn will allow us to build that foundation so that when the substantive Chief Executive Officer and Director General of the Exchange comes in, we can move decisively towards resolving this issue once